So, we'll go on to the next slide. So this is the alignment. Your far left-hand side, Mount Dennis, is the very furthest west. You see a little green, yellow, right where the cursor is the multi-purpose maintenance and storage facility, and where it will house 76 trains with an expectation that can move up north of 100 to 140 trains. That in particular, we got 6 trains now, what I call on the deck, in the shed. So we've built that, we've commissioned it, and that's what we call the depot. If we were in the United Kingdom, it would be known as a depot. It's a maintenance storage facility. The black side of that is all the tunneled areas. And so you can see all the way out to Laird is what we call deep underground stations. The bottom of those are anywhere from 26 to 29 meters in depth. You see some of the artist renderings as in the back room there. The kind of highlighted circles, if you look at Eglinton and you look at Cedarvale, those are 2 of the main transportation connections with Subway 1. Okay? So that's the major interface we have with TTC. TTC will be the operator of this transit system that's going to transform Eglinton east to west. And it has the ability to be extended both on the east side and the west side. Kennedy is another major transit intermodal area with both GO and TTC. And then we have Science Center, which is not quite a deep underground station, but it's a significant size station that you'll see the at grade just dip down and dip up. Okay? So that's the overview of the station. Let's go to the next slide, Rachel. So we're focused now, and we started seeing a little bit of it toward the end of 2018. We started seeing some construction activity that was taking place here at Brentcliffe, which is on the far left-hand side, just to the west of Sunnybrook Park, where we come out and we go surface running, and it interfaces with traffic as we go forward all the way out to Kennedy. The interesting part of that is the Science Center, which we talked about. That's the one area that dives under, but the rest are stops, 10 in all, 10 stops. Okay? We go on to the next slide. And these are the at-grade stop renderings. So you can see the pharmacy stop. You can see that Hakimi, Lobovic, and I probably didn't say that quite, pronounce it correctly, sidewalk, that intersection. Iron View to the far east, and then Sloan Stop platform. And that's what it'll look like. So it has 2 lanes of traffic, going east, going west, along Eglinton. Go back, go back. And it also has the bike lanes going east and west across the alignment. Okay. We'll go on to the next slide. This is a cut section of what it'll look like looking east or west on the top left-hand side. The most important part that we put down, people will say guideway. You say, what is that? In my world, that's the railway itself. So that's where you see the 2 trains. The track is what we call slab track. It's embedded track. You know, when you're putting track on a ballast, like you see in most of the train systems, rock ballast, and you see the ties that go on it, you have a little more flexibility of putting track to alignment. Here it has to be absolutely precise for proper maintenance and ride. So it gets fit to very fine tolerance there. You can see the bike lanes, as we talked about, 2 layers of traffic, sidewalk throughout. That's the cutaway. And then you say, well, what's that kind of mass that's up above the trains? That handles the overhead catenary system that puts 750 volt direct current through those lines to drive the trains up and down. We have some rise here and some dip in this alignment, and the trains are designed to handle 5% grade. Everything on this alignment is less than 5% grade, so it'll handle it easily. And then we see the stop at O'Connor stop at Victoria Park. You can see what that looks like with the stop. There are some questions. I was talking with a couple earlier about why can't we enclose those stops, because Weather is not that great here, especially this time of year, and I think we get about probably 10 to 20 centimeters of snow forecast tomorrow. There'll be some people that answer that question. Again, we're building what was spec to us, and we'll move forward with that. Okay? And then we're going to turn it over to the next slide. I want to bring up Robert Grassi here, who is the project manager for this section at grade. And he'll give you an overview of what we're doing, where we're going. Following Robert, we're going to get into the traffic side of that. And Ron Stewart will speak to that, along with TTC and the busing side. So Robert, come on up here. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Hello. Hello, everyone. My name is Robert Grassi. Actually, I'm the Deputy Area Director for the Ag Grade work. I do have our project manager, Carlos Rodriguez, so you can speak to him later. So I'm sure you've driven up along Eglinton Avenue the last several months, and there was a lot of construction. So currently, we're working on dry and wet utility beautification work, road widening, road reconstruction, all the way between Credit Union Drive and Highview Road. First section of Guideway is actually under construction between Big Park and Pharmacy. We'll get into a couple slides after this one here. We do have a bit of bridge rehab work ongoing at the Celestica Winford and Winford Bridge, west and east on River Bridges as well. We are also constructing the green wall at the ETC Park, just south of Leslie. We got ongoing culvert reconstruction work at Wilson Brook, and we're starting preliminary work at the Massey Creek culvert over the next several weeks as well. The first photo to my right there would be the green wall. The mid photo would be Guideway work we're doing at Big Park, and the last photo here would be a vision of photo we're doing for bridge rehab work. I want to go to the next slide. Again, here's some photos of the Guideway that's currently under construction at between Pharmacy and Big Park. You can see here we've excavated and compacted section of Guideway, started installing duct banks. The next photo. All right. Next slide. So this slide is a video that actually shows how we built the Guideway or the rail system. There's quite a bit involved in what we're doing here. We shift the traffic, remove the asphalt, excavate. Typically, our excavations are about 2 meters deep and by 8 meters wide. We then, after excavation, we prep and compact the subgrade. Okay, so then it's not really time to where I'm going here, but so we've been installing duct banks, which are encased in concrete, the curbs, the barrier walls, and the track slab, and the railway itself. Okay, so I think we're certainly going to be building your Guideways quicker than this video here. Okay. And Guideway. All right. So I'm going to pass it on to Ron Stewart, who's going to walk us through some what will happen in the intersections to accommodate the Guideways construction.